In 1986, the U.S. Department of Prominence provided me with opportunities to explore life beyond the confines of my low-income housing projects in Southeast Washington, D.C. From 1997 to 1999, I was fortunate enough to travel the globe on their behalf, offering me a broader perspective of the world. This chance to see the world at the government's expense was an incredible blessing, a true gift from above. Working closely with U.S. diplomats was an exhilarating experience, filled with high-energy tasks and challenges. Collaborating with these dedicated individuals greatly enriched my character and wisdom. I am immensely thankful for the valuable experiences I gained while working at this federal government agency. One day at work, I was surprised to receive a phone call from my former love, who had worked for the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA. He was reaching out to let me know he had retired at 55 after dedicating 30 years of government service. During our conversation, he inquired why I hadn't retired yet. His question sparked a realization in me. I was nearing retirement eligibility myself. At 53 years old, with 29 years of government service under my belt, I was just a couple of years away from meeting the requirement of being 55 with 30 years of service to retire. After speaking with the ex-lover, I set the plan in motion to prepare for my retirement. It took 2 years to start paying off debts, to purchase a new car as a retirement gift to myself, and to pay in full the co-op I was renting to own. I succeeded in that strategy. Following the completion of my tactical 2-year plan, I was then 55 years of age and had 31 years of service. I was eligible to retire in May 2018. I was more than ready to retire. I was mentally and physically exhausted, and I was tired of fighting for more pay. People may say, why did I not apply for another job? I am a light-skinned Black woman, so it was hard applying for higher-paying jobs when I did not have a college degree in a high-profile government building. So I had to stay put, keep my mouth shut, and hope for the best. I was scolded often because I could not keep quiet about the injustices that I was dealt with when it came to doing Karens in my work. I submitted the paperwork for retirement and attended a 3-day retirement seminar. I rented a small U-Haul truck and took home all the stuff that I had accumulated at the office over 31 years. 3 days before I retired, I sent out an email blast letting everyone know that I was retiring. Later, with great delight, I received an overwhelming flood of incoming email responses from coworkers, domestic and overseas, wishing me well. I got emotional reading and replying to all those emails. Throughout the last week before my retirement day, old and current colleagues were dropping by my office to bid farewell to me. That was fun. The office staff took me to my favorite Italian restaurant, Bertucci's, for lunch. A colleague brought me a bouquet of white tulips. He was a cute Caucasian man with coal-black hair and an angelic face. He was an unassuming and kind man. I never knew that he noticed me. The tulips were certainly a lovely surprise. I wondered if he knew that tulips are my favorite flowers. I wanted to retire quietly without a farewell party. I had had enough of giving parties and attending parties. 2 desk officers dropped by my office asking if there was anything special that I wanted for my retirement farewell party. I told them that I did not want a retirement party. They were not happy about my stern decision. On my last day, I walked down to the building's garage where my new car was parked, and then the surprise retirement goodbye happened. As I entered the garage, a choreographed combination of clapping and chanting of "Mia, Mia, Mia, Mia" was heard loudly. There was a massive row of colleagues that filled the garage celebrating me. While walking towards them, a coworker handed me a bouquet. Another presented a small cake box with a chocolate mousse cake from the Watergate Bakery, and another had given me some funny retirement farewell cards. Lastly, my favorite colleague, Marco, jumped out from among the row of people and said, "We will miss you, Betty Bop." He planted a wet kiss on my cheek. After the applause, my supervisor, Mr. Thalberg, stepped forward and gave a farewell speech. He presented me with a retirement gag gift. It was a red basket that had mini soda cans of Coca-Cola and small bags of Lay's potato chips in it. When I worked on several projects simultaneously, which was often, I would eat potato chips and sip on Coke soda. He teased me about eating too much salt and caffeine all the time. Mr. Thalberg also gave me a beautiful black box with a large white ribbon bow tied on it. He whispered, Do not open the box until you get home. I murmured, Okay. Following Mr. Thalberg's speech, I gave a tearful remark. Afterward, my coworkers erupted with a warm round of applause. I hugged and chatted with everyone while walking towards my new 2017 sporty SUV Volkswagen Tiguan. The crowd of well-wishers followed me to the car. As I waved goodbye while driving slowly out of the garage, my former colleagues began cheering and chanting again. Mia, 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 Mia. That was a beautiful retirement. Goodbye. I felt the love. When I arrived home, I opened the exquisite black box that Mr. Thalberg gave me. Inside the box was a heavy sterling silver cup with the U.S. Department of Prominence emblem embedded on it, and a retirement card that had 4 separate $100 American Express gift cards inside it. A few days later, I got an email from the U.S. Department of Prominence's retirement office instructing me to pick up the government's retirement gifts for me. The presents were an American flag folded inside an acrylic triangle case and a crystal bust with a black marble base. Inside the bust is a white 3D image of the Man in the Expanding Universe fountain by American sculptor Marshall M. Fredericks. The crystal bust was engraved with, "Presented to Mia Z. Edwards in recognition of her service and dedication to the government of the United States." These items are proudly displayed on my coffee table. My mind was at peace. My contribution in the workplace was finished. This concludes my 6-part memoir series. Next, I'll be sharing my Christmas tales. You've been listening to Mia Z. Edwards. Stories. New stories arrive daily, except Saturdays and Sundays, my rest days. Until then, stay inspired.